What's good, YouTubes, tubes of you. Yeah, your boys here. We're just doing some Borderlands gaming, man, and I figured let me stream this shit a little bit. Twitch bugging, so I'm trying to continue doing with y'all guys over there. Right now I'm running with the taser almost exclusively because it's fucking fire. It does serious work. Most people can't survive being hit with the taser, so I'm putting it in on them. But I'm like, yeah. That's I'm real casual right now. I'm just walking around, slowly grabbing my loot, because I got my tasers. Ain't nobody mess with me. They really can't. You're gonna see. uh, Man, Borderlands 4 is a good game, but it betrays a lot of what Borderlands is. In order to like walk the path of like the more popular shooter looters, even though they like started their path copying Borderlands and then trying to scum their way through the formula. So I was a little disappointed by that. And then some of the stuff they said in the interview, Randy said in the interview, led me to believe that what I've been saying and theorizing all along has been correct. That um, they initially wanted to make this game a live service game uh, because because they started to see the failures of Destiny, Outriders, First Descendant, and games like that. That was just like, and what was the game for Sony? Oh my God, let's not even talk about that. Because they saw so many of those failures were back to back to back to back to back. Eventually, they were like, yo, we gotta walk this back. We cannot go down the live service angle, and that's why they so boldly say it as though it's like a, a badge of honor, but really and truly, to me, it's not. To me, it's a fucking betrayal of what Borderlands is and has always been. Now, I get you can say like, "Oh, who am I to say that?" Right? I'm just a fan, but like, you see it, you see it. They didn't make this game with their own creativity and ideas in mind. They made this game like, yo, this is a genre that we created, and look at all these others that are so popular right now. And it turns out after they started going down that road and the others were so popular, turns out that popularity was fake and these companies weren't making any money. So then they were like, all right, let's go back to some of what Borderlands really is. And that's when they started to weave the actual Borderlands fabric into the game. And that's why if you play this game feels more like Halo Infinite mixed with First Descendant with Destiny menus than anything else. Even the layout of the fucking action skill now is laid out like Outriders was. So I'm just saying, like, there's not any more in Borderlands. Like, I mean, I guess you could still say that the guns are still the original aspect of it, uh, but like, I mean, I guess maybe, and that might be my inexperience of other shooter looters and their wide berth of weaponry as well. But like, it just isn't Borderlands, and it took me a while to adjust to it. Actually, day one, I was really hyped, really hyped for Borderlands. I was happy to be playing and everything, but I was just as I kept playing, I guess kept getting disappointed because of how it felt. And it took me a while. I had to eventually stop my co-op playthrough and I had to like go into just Borderlands dive mode to figure out like, yo, what the fuck is wrong? Why doesn't this game feel right? You know, why isn't it clicking the way it normally does? And eventually I was able to figure it out and I understand what they were going for. And the game loop is different, but I understand it. It is not the best Borderlands ever made, and I'm not done yet, so it's kind of messed up of me to say that. But it is not better than two by any stretch of the imagination. Two is better than it in so many ways, so many ways. And I know a lot of people hate to hear that because they're like, two has all these old slow mechanics and shit like that. It's like, but the fact remains that as an overall package for Borderlands and what Borderlands is, two is just better. Now, is this a better game overall than two? It plays way better than two. You know what I mean? Controls are more tighter, are way tighter, but like, I don't know if I'm able to say this is a better game than two. Am I having fun? Yeah. Took me far longer to understand this loop and started having fun in this game than I did in two. And then a big part of the fun factor for me in Borderlands is replaying the campaigns with upgraded weaponry. Everything I just got and throughout the campaign, I get to start fresh now, and that's the baseline, and then everybody else is stronger. True Vault Hunter mode, a staple. It's been one of the biggest and most influential things for me in terms of sticking around with Borderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands didn't have it, and now this doesn't have it, and I'm hoping that eventually comes back because all the end game stuff that they have described, all the end game, I haven't gotten there yet, but all the end game stuff they've described have been trash to me. I'm not interested. All the end game stuff sounds like all the games as a service things that Destiny was doing, First Descendant, Outriders, all that shit. And they failed. All those games are dead. Some of them have small little communities going still and doing that daily, weekly, monthly. I want to do that. I enjoyed Borderlands for the world, the universe, the characters. I wanted to be in here and do zany shit with the weaponry as I played through the campaign three, four, five times, just continue to upgrade and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted out of Borderlands. I don't want this fucking true Vault Hunter mode, baby. The real game starts after it ends, right? That was the mantra. The real game starts after you complete the game. Now, the real game, the game is just over after you come like 15, maybe 20 minutes before having like laying out my thoughts, my early impressions. And that's just basically the crux of it, man. My early impressions is basically Gearbox created a genre, then they let that genre supplant them in advancements, and then they went doubled back and started copying everybody else. And then once they started copying everybody else and realized, holy shit, copying everybody else is a mistake, then they were like, okay, all right, now let's go back towards what we were doing. And I just don't. And also, what the fuck is the point of the Claptrap slider? Claptrap barely talks to me in this fucking game, and I'm sure I did not fucking touch it. Yeah, I didn't touch it. 100%. 100% is there. And I have not heard him. So I don't even understand why the fuck there's a slider for him. Like so many baffling decisions in this game, and it's like like they pulled it off. It came together. It is a very good game. The game they delivered is good. It might have had its fucking performance issues, what have you, or whatever, but this is a good game. But I don't want this to be the evolution of Borderlands. Like if Borderlands going forward means it's gonna be a Destiny clone, I'm gonna have a problem with that. And Borderlands gonna quickly and summarily fall right outside of my top five of franchises and games that I love. Easily, it'll get washed right out of that motherfucker because you can't. I hate Destiny. It's stupid, fragmented storytelling. It's horrible fucking game design loop. Like Destiny's fucking loop of gaming, the Destiny design loop is a fucking hamster wheel. That's it. That's fucking it. It's not like any gun that you ever pick up. Even when you pick up great and amazing guns, you never feel like it's any fucking. is doing anything significantly more. Maybe that one gun with the G that one time that everybody was kind of fucking wild about for a minute, but other than that, like you ain't never felt nothing for no new shit. And that's the thing, they keep you grinding for a new gun, new gun to fucking fight the same bosses. And the gun up and like does the same thing pretty much. Cause the boss is scaling to the gun or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So you never even feel super powerful. Man, Destiny's trash. I am convinced if any other developer besides Bungie had made Destiny, it would have failed. And we have a fucking graveyard of developers trying to do what Bungie did with Destiny and failing. And I say that because number one, Destiny didn't truly succeed, but it was the name cachet of Bungie that actually kept Destiny propped up and held upright. And number two, Bungie had pretty much the best gunplay in all of gaming. In all of gaming. Their gunplay is probably hands down the best, the tightest, the most phenomenal gunplay you're gonna get play. Now you can find some here and there that you can argue the point, but as far as the best gunplay in the industry, easily up there, easily one of the top tier developers. And because of that, Destiny was given a lot of flies.
Calling in to Leader Yorick. The Timekeeper has tightened his control over the skies. Our ships are being shot down at lower altitude than ever before. Is this a shift in strategy? Is the Timekeeper I fear for the future of the Electi, if that's true. For now, I recommend ground transport unless absolutely necessary. And these crops I'm carrying, they're absolutely necessary. Wish me luck. Tarple's out.
Fire at will! I assume that's the bastard's name. Never knew a will I like. Robin, wait! Closing in! Yikes! Almost got a haircut! Human life is come on! Get some! It's you and me time! Ready? To the front line! Not fast enough!
They're gonna stay you forever.
Why? Think their robe would fit me? I'm coming! Best watch where you're looking! Oh yeah! Now you wanna? I got nothing from way back here. Close, but not close enough. It's you and me time. Ready?
These grenades come in handy! Here come the fireworks! That's the bastard's name. Never knew a will I liked. Now I'm mad! Anyone got the mop? Finally got one, huh? Now I'm mad! Watch the death out!
No, what the fuck, man? How? How the fuck? How enough? And that's one of my biggest pet peeves too. Dying after you kill somebody, like they gotta fucking patch that out. Like the moment you kill the last person, you gotta like have a death immunity or some fuck. Like what the fuck you telling me, man? Where the fuck was that ping? Well, that's good, man. Give me my loot, dog. Gotta go choose some purple weaponry now. Go do some weapon tests and shit like that. Find out what I'm most interested in. Ooh. Ooh. I ain't gonna keep it, but ooh.
my old life prepared me well for survival, but my powers have added another need. As a leech, it seems, I must feed regularly. I coaxed a small animal out from the hollow knot of a tree. A forager, like me. The way it darkened, turned hard. I think I will try to leech from the tree next time.
Alright. I think that's how I'm gonna stop the stream for today. But so I'm now at least 20 hours into the game. At least. And I'm my hour ticker is probably more than that. But as far as actual gameplay, hands-on doing stuff, I have at least 20 hours into the game. As you can see, I'm level 27. I have some fun weapons. But my quick thoughts are this is a good game, even potentially even a great game, but it's not a great Borderlands game. It's just an okay Borderlands game. If you came here looking for the feel and the vibe of Borderlands, that's almost exclusively gone. The game doesn't feel like any Borderlands that you've played in the past. Now, I know each of them have played differently to some degree, but they all had very similar design philosophies. They felt the same in certain ways. Like, one felt like the freaking initiator, the beginning of it all, right? So it was rougher on the edges, too short, a lot of that up, made it tighter, but gave it a little floatier air to it and improved on the writing, right? Then three came along. I mean, pre-sequel did some stuff with two's mechanics and stuff like that, added extra mobility, and the oxygen thing. That was actually initially that was a hindrance, but it actually became more of a boon than anything once you got into the game. But and then even three felt like three didn't feel like the evolution of the franchise that we needed it to be from two, especially since it took almost a decade. But three still felt in line with other Borderlands games, and this one does not. From the way the characters run, um, I even have a problem with the slides. The slides are very like short and stubby. If you look at it, it seems like you're just sliding with like a piece of a foot instead of a whole leg. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's up with that. Part three, the slides didn't seem so stilted and weird. The running is a little slower, a lot slower. The character moves slower, like real tankier. Um, uh, your character feels in this game specifically, in this Borderlands 4 game, your character feels like he's the Master Chief from Halo Infinite. Exactly how the Master Chief was in Halo Infinite, that's how this character feels. And what annoys me about that is that in Halo Infinite, Master Chief could fucking grapple to anything. But that can't be done here. So it's like they went in, copied a 5-year old game, and then didn't even do it as good as the 5-year old game. And that's just annoying to me. Okay, but I'm getting sidetracked right now. My quick thoughts are solid game. You're gonna have fun playing this game, but if you're coming in expecting all the Borderlands fun and crazy zaniness that it's known for, you're not getting that. You're getting Borderlands the straight man, not Borderlands the funny man. Okay, that's what you're getting here. The claptrap slider, all the claptrap fucking this and that was talked about in pre-launch, a waste of time. A waste of time. Even in the missions that deal with claptrap, he's barely in your ear. He barely says anything annoying to you. It's almost offensive how little claptrap speaks in this game. In the past, you put on a Borderlands game and stay idle for 5 minutes, you might hear Claptrap 3 times or something, right? In this, I stay idle for 10 hours, you won't hear Claptrap 1 time. Not calling out to his recruit, not saying no funny little shit. The only time you're gonna hear his voice is when you pick up a mission that he gives you, and then during the mission he might say one thing to you or like a couple things depending because in some of the missions they have waypoints, so like when you get to a certain part of the mission, then okay, the character comes in and tells you blah 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 again, and then you get to another part, and then the character comes in and blah 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 again. And Claptrap is the exact same cadence as all the other characters that are in their opinion as fucking valid. Because if you're not a fan of something, why the fuck are you speaking on it? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but god damn it, opinion should be relevant to the motherfucking thing. Like if I'm a motherfucking American and I'm gonna have an opinion on fucking day-to-day eating in Africa, that's fucking asinine, right? So why the fuck somebody who's not playing Borderlands regularly and consistently then gonna have a fucking opinion that's valid in this? So yeah, I'm a little bewildered by that. I don't want it to sound like I hate this motherfucking game because I really like this game. But as far as Borderlands games, shit, it might only be, to me personally, it might only be better than one in terms of actual enjoyment, because the loop that I come to Borderlands for doesn't exist anymore. They've created something else. They've taken Borderlands original formula and then Destiny formula and merged it into one, except in multiplayer, so to speak. So the Borderlands campaign is still there. Then they take all the stuff that Destiny was doing in the multiplayer arena, and they brought that shit here. All the PvE stuff, at least, right? And then they brought it here, and that's their end game. And I shit you not, I hate Destiny and its end game. I hate the gameplay loop in Destiny. So this game can't. This game, the only reason this game could potentially stay above one when I complete it in my rankings, especially if they don't add True Vault Hunter mode, the only way it could stay above one is because of the fucking actual gameplay, the moment to moment, the ability to slide dash, glide, that type of shit. I love that. I love that. I love that. But as far as the characters, I mean, I don't have as big a problem with the fucking Vault Hunters as I thought I would. Amon, I still don't like him. I think he's the worst. He's trash. And maybe I need to dive in. Maybe they need to further, or maybe they need to update his shit or whatever. But I can't stand him. But outside of that, everybody else is kind of quippy and clever and has their little things that I like. Standard character, obviously soldier class. Harlow feels like a fucking midget, like you're playing with a dwarf, so that sucks. And then you have the stunted slide already, and then you have Harlow being a shorter character, and then a stunted slide, and it feels like you go in right in front of yourself when you slide. It doesn't feel very good at all. And then again, I played with Armand, and he just feels like a big hulking abdomen and no legs. It's weird as fuck. Like the game feels weird, man, and it shouldn't be like that. Like even I can't think of the other Borderlands games where the actual mobility, just the movement of the character, like the regular running around, feels so significantly different between the characters. Like all the other games, they felt like, even I don't remember any differences, but even if they were minute differences, right? This shit, Rafa feels significantly different from running around as Aman and Harlow. It's insane to me. And I haven't touched Vex yet, so I don't know. But like I'm just like, man, this is fucking wild. So while I do appreciate more Borderlands, quote unquote, it is still the Borderlands universe. I am still getting a new campaign, even though they've pulled it so far back. I do know that certain characters come back. I've already met up with Zane and Moxie and stuff like that. So I know other characters are coming back, and I can't wait to see how it fully ties in to the overarching Borderlands universe. But as far as feeling like what we know and love, you're gonna be more familiar with Halo and First Descendant, Outriders, Destiny, all of those. If you're coming from those, this game feels more commonplace than if you're coming from just say even Borderlands 3. And that's my honest opinion. That's just how I feel. I don't think it's a bad game, but I definitely think the average B score is extremely accurate. Like I don't think I've ever agreed with a game being a B more than this. Like this is just like it is just there. Nothing is exceptional, no standouts. I have a few weapons that I like at this point, but nothing is crazy, amazing. Nothing like the fucking TK Baja Wave, you know what I mean? That shit, it like, and it's not like that gun was legendary. It was just like different and amazing in its own right, and a new way to do something is like, I don't know, man. I I think if I'm to just boil it down to one concise thought, it's muted. It feels like a muted version of Borderlands. Like they were afraid to continue being zany and being themselves. So they looked at what everybody else did and said, let's do more of that. And I'm not saying keeping in line with your contemporaries is bad. I'm just saying when you go too far into following contemporaries versus executing a vision, sometimes you end up with a soulless project. And this project feels soulless. This one, this one. I enjoy the game. Again, I want to make that clear. I enjoy this game, but it is a soulless project. I don't feel any real heart in it. Nothing is really pulling me in narratively. Like, even three, with its contrived fucking writing, it had the moments that attempted to do that. And I mean, maybe they were doing that with the RJ thing at the onset, but it just feels so flat. I think kind of funny was the ones they said Borderlands 4 is like a flat soda. That fuck is accurate, dog. It's accurate. And it really depends on the flavor of the soda for you because you might be able to drink a flat soda if the flavor is right. But it's still a fucking flat soda. This is still like even listen, the Calypso twins weren't fucking amazing villains, right? But they fucking tried, man. They tried and they were standout and they're stupid. And yes, they wrote too much of social media bullshit from current days into three. Yes, they did. But those characters were over the top. With the timekeeper, I just feel like I'm dealing with a businessman. And I guess that's apropos for the times that we're in and who the fuck is really in charge of society and the world overall. So I guess that's appropriate. But like he just feels so dull, dog. Like you lame, dog. Like Jack was an asshole, but Jack hit you on Jack chewing and doing his dumb shit. He talking about his stupid ass butt stallion, and it's like, man, who the fuck is this lunatic, man? And then when you got to stick it to this boisterous, boastful lunatic, you were so happy. And then he would come back and hit you with something even worse, and it's like, oh, motherfucker. And then it shatters you, and then it's like, you have this you have this full vendetta for him and shit at that point, you know? But like the timekeeper is just like he's just a straight man. This game is just a bunch of straight men dressed up as fucking Borderlands. It's just everybody like and not sexual straight. And if you just walked in, I don't mean sexual straight. I'm talking about comedic wise. They're just a straight man, just the serious one. Everybody is that character. Every single person is. You know? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It just good game, slightly disappointing as a Borderlands experience, but overall a good game. And then that's also kind of a misnomer because Borderlands 3 was significantly disappointing as a Borderlands experience, but it was only because it was narratively dog water. Like the characters were ass in Borderlands 3, but everything else felt in line with Borderlands. And then this one, it feels more in line with Borderlands, less so with the gameplay. It feels further away from Borderlands than it's ever felt before. But no. I think what it does is it strays too far from the Borderlands formula. So it's less like Borderlands than ever before, right? but at the same time, but it's not so egregious in any one capacity that it makes you angry enough at it as 3 made you. 3 made us angry for a lot of fucking reasons. Maya, Ava, Calypso twins. You know what I mean? Like the overall writing with 3 was dog water. Like that's one of my least enjoyable stories in any game ever. Even to this day, like when I play 3, I mostly just play it with the volume on low or off and then music in the background and shit. And just play for the fucking fun of it, right? And then this one, again, it's not like it goes back towards the Borderlands formula. It doesn't go back towards 2. It strays even further away than 3 did because 3 never strayed. 3 just had bad writing. This one strays entirely. Hell, you don't even have team vehicles anymore. You don't even have catch a ride. And don't get me wrong, catch a ride might have been a minor inconvenience, but like, now we just spawn Destiny vehicles? Are we serious? Whatever. We can zip around. I would much rather you give me a fucking character boost or some type of different type of warp system or quick teleportation. I used so many other things you could have done than fucking give me Destiny vehicles. I'm not interested. Thank you. But yeah. Like how underwhelming. So yeah, man. I think I'm kind of talking in circles a little bit now, but that's kind of where I'm at. That's just my feelings on it, man. It's a muted experience. It's a solid game, but 2 still stands atop the mountain as the apex of the Borderlands experience. Like they got there, and they just to this day don't know how to recreate that experience in modern times. And that's the thing. And maybe they should. Maybe their next project needs to be like a remaster of 2 or a refresh of 2, add in a couple things or whatever. Maybe they just need to go back and live in the world of 2 again so they understand what they like, what actually made 2 the fucking classic it was or it is. Like timing, how it was relevant to our society but not too relevant. How the villain had his own personal arc. You know, how all the characters had their own personal arcs, how everybody had this emotional connection, how things tied together on an emotional scale, how it rewarded you for advancing the story, not only gameplay and with weaponry and arsenal, but also with fucking narrative, man. Like, what they were supposed to be doing is advancing that by having people respond to our actions more, not just, oh, we clear a safe house and now people occupy the safe house. This is a decade-old trope, man. Like, I'm going to stop there because I'm actually starting to get more pissed off than I am, because it's not bad, but it's not original, it's not authentic, and it lacks soul. That's where I'm at.